one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC, and if anyone is well equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the next person.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
So much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. All right, here now the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the Nightmare. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Assassin.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, here we go. Another big night for the MMA leader from Las Vegas, Nevada's T-Mobile Arena. Been a lot of seminal moments in this building. I can think of one.
It was a big one for me at UFC 226. But John, also UFC 200, I got this hand across the cage from Anderson Silva in that arena. This is a place where big fights happen. And tonight,
I'm not sure how he stayed up with it.
I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, to stay standing shows and talks to your toughness.
Oh, that game is tight. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Making all these shots count. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground.
Oh, right into mouth. Look at that, going into the armbar.
Oh, he's got that arm in tight, DC.
Oh, now he's in trouble.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition.
All right, feet on the hips here.
Changing the position.
Staying offensive off of his back as he lands a strike from the bottom position.
Wow. position, but he didn't stop there. He took a strong top position himself.
Lands with the ground and pound. Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly.
And there you go, again, half guard.
All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's gonna be. Beautiful submission attempt here.
Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. Just when it looked like he might get submitted, he slams his opponent down with authority as the time turns here. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one. All right, so the round is over. Certainly stunned his opponent in that round. We'll see if he can follow up here after 60 seconds.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job of finding a shot that really did affect the equilibrium of his opponent. Now he needs to go back and find the attack that's going to shut the lights off.
All right, so a lot of highlights over those previous 5 minutes. DC, take us through the replay, if you will.
A lot of good action, but punching led the dance. Punching was the thing that stood out to me. That allowed him to take control of the round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, let's get to round two.
What a nasty kick. That was thrown with ill intent.
Glancing right hand lands upstairs.
Real quick leg kick.
Now he's got the single collar in the clinch.
And now some separation.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Staying busy in the clinch, lands a nice punch there. Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. All right, so he lands his first takedown of the fight after many failed attempts, so he stayed committed. Now he has the fight in his wheelhouse. Let's see what he can do. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Might be able to hook onto an arm here. Oh, looks like he's got the arm isolated.
He's got it isolated, working toward the finish.
Oh, the submission defense holds up, he gets out.
He said that he was ready for everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips.
Nice transition. Now he's going full mount. He's got to be careful here. Great job landing from the top position.
All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
Just over 2 minutes here to go in round two. Trying to guard pass here. Not. Oh, it looks like he's setting up for a finish here. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
No, he's not gonna tap. It's tight, but not tight enough to finish him. Yep.
Oh, he's out.
This work, I'm standing this up.
All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the feet.
They may be tired, but that tired, that fatigue is warranted. That was a high-level grappling exchange between two phenomenal grapplers.
Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round two. And that spinning kick found its home up top. And again, he shoots for a takedown here. Nearly got the fight to the ground, but once again, the takedown defense holds up.
But he knows this. He knows that in order to finally get the fight to the ground, he has to be patient and he's going to have to be committed. If he thought that he would get every takedown he shot, he would not find the success that he intends to get.
That's right. Look like easy. Now you should smell the blood. Almost had him out this time. I want you to.
All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. A lot of good work on the ground.
You knew, John, going into the fight, that if he was able to get this fight to the floor, he would have the most success, and you saw it in that exchange. He was able to get posture, land some really good ground and pound as the round came to an end.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too, doesn't seem to be slowing down whatsoever. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beat Street right now. He's seeing Tweety Bird over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs. Look at him, he's setting up the choke now. Look at that, he's setting it up.
Oh, that looks tight.
This has got to be it.
Working on an Ezekiel choke, and he somehow gets out.
He just had to stay patient. It's so unfamiliar. If you panic, you're going to get submitted. He didn't panic.
Posture's up now. Oh, and delivers. Huge punch to the head there. Another ground and pound strike gets home. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
Oh, he just continues to pour it on. He has been aggressive all night long with his striking. Got to be careful here to not empty the gas tank. So far, so good, though, in this round.
Another big takedown.
Full guard now, DC.
For the top fighter, you got to be very careful because most submissions come from the full guard. So advance to half. Try to build posture. But if you're the bottom person, the moment your opponent tries to move to the next position, build a shield. Kick off the hip and get back to your feet. Oh, Kimura attack. Yup.
Oh, he's got the Kimura position locked in now. Well, he's on his back, and he's moving his head on the ground pretty well defensively.
Getting him out here. You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just gotta move. Short time now in the round.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. All right, setting up the armbar here.
Beautiful setup on that armbar. Trying to finish the armbar now. All he's got to do now is get his hips up into the back of the elbow to get the finish. He's got it. He's got it.
Absolutely remarkable what this fighter was able to accomplish here tonight, as you can see the years of repetitions in the gym to set it up and ultimately get the tap there. Great technique to set up the finish. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
Let's go inside the octagon now, where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 53 seconds of the third round. For the winner by submission, the Nightmare.
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his